Hi, I'm Sally, the creator of Love It Stitch It, and I'm here to help you get the most out of using the platform. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can import text into your designs, choose the font, change the color, and resize the text to make your designs really unique. Adding text into your cross-stitch pattern is a great way to really personalize a design you've already created, or have the text, word, or phrase as the main focus of your design. So as you head to loveitstitchit.com, this is the first screen that you're going to see. If you sign up for an account, or click here to get started. I'm already logged in, so I'm going to click Start Creating. So I'm going to call the first design Create. Next, you need to choose the size of your finished pattern. So for ease, I'm just going to select A4. It's auto inputted here the size it's going to be, 115 stitches wide by 163 stitches high. You can see in the right hand corner here you can select centimeters or inches if you prefer. Down here on the left you can see whether the orientation of the design is going to be portrait or landscape. It's showing here that it will be portrait, and if you scroll down you can also see the fabric details. So here we're just going to start with 14 count Aida, which is white, and the thread brand we've chosen is DMC. Next, click on Create. You can see on the left hand side that the active colour of thread we'll be using is black. If you want to add any other colours in, you simply click on Full Palette, and you can either search for a colour, for example my favourite turquoise 3766. If you click back on the left-hand project palette, then you'll see that the blue has been added to that colour palette and a symbol has been automatically assigned to it. Let's add a few more colours to our palette to make it a bit more interesting. So click back on Full Palette. We're going to delete that, and let's see if we can add another of my favourites, this bright pink. And let's add melon and a nice green. Let's go back into the project palette and you can see all of these colours selected here. So for our text, we're going to zoom out a little bit by clicking this minus magnifying glass symbol here, and we're going to select the active colour. Let's stick with our parrot green for now. Next, go up to the top and click on the T, capital T here, which is the text symbol. This now opens up the Add Text box. From the top you can choose the font and then enter the text that you want to appear within the design. I'm going to choose something like Shadows into Light. So if you then click on the font that you've chosen and enter any text that you like. I'm going to stick with the project name, which is the word Create, in this dark green, because that's the active colour that we've got selected in the palette. You can click this black dot here and it will resize your word. If you drag it down, it will become smaller, and if you drag it to the right hand side, it will become larger. You can scroll down to this grid to see this preview here. So this grid is 10 by 10 stitches in each of these small sections here, so you can easily predict how big it's going to be. Let's bring this down a bit because I don't want it to be too big. You can also edit the word once it's been imported into the pattern. Let's click Add Text, and then your word will appear here, highlighted in grey, and you can drag it around and position it wherever you choose. Let's come out a little bit here, and you can see your word has been imported. If you wanted to add another word, for example, let's select a different colour and insert another word. So we're going to double click on the melon pinky colour and go back to the text. This time we're going to select a different font. Let's go for something a bit simpler and straightforward like Open Sans. And let's go for Love It. Scroll down and you can see the preview again here, but this time it's appearing in pink. Let's see if we can make this a bit larger. And as you make the words themselves larger, they will of course on the grid appear clearer and more obvious. Add text. and you've got the word here to drag, click again, and that will place it down onto your pattern. Zoom out and you can see the words together. If you wanted to change the colour, all you would do is select a different colour on the left hand side to choose a different colour for your active shade. And then if you wanted to fill that in, you would go to this fill tool along the top, select that, click on an area, and it will fill all of that automatically, like so. If you then wanted to move a word, you would simply select the select tool, highlight it, and then we're going to move that if you wanted to move them centrally or something like that. So what you can also do is add text to an existing design. So here you can see that we've got this sunshine and a cloud pattern, and I've selected DMC 160 blue grey medium. So I just want to add in a small word underneath. Okay, so choose the font. Let's go for Roboto and then just add in the name that you want to insert. If you're not happy with the way it looks, you can change the font and have a look at something else to see if that makes it a little bit clearer. Some are thicker than others. It just depends on personal preference. Have a play around with them to see what works best. You can always have a play around with the pattern itself and the word once it's been imported if you want to neaten it up or make any lines thicker. Once you're happy with the preview of your colour, font and the name, again click Add Text, and then you can drag that down underneath. Make sure it's central. You can see the red lines here showing you exactly where the middle of the pattern is. And when you're happy, click again and place down your text. If you want to neaten anything up, you can do so by selecting the Erase tool and just clicking on any pixels that you want to change. If you think any corners need neatening out, or anything needs changing in any way. And that's how you use the text tool. Thanks for watching this video. If you need any more help at all, please do go and check out some of the other video tutorials available.